everybody, and welcome to the Leah Report. Now that school is back in session, I have had plenty of time to stop and think about new programs that I want to share with you guys. But before I do that, let me show you some of the really cool things that I think will help you in school this year as you're trying to get your accelerated reader points. We have been putting together some book bundles here in the children's department that is broken down by specific grade. So if you need some books to take AR tests on, say on the 5th grade level, then pop in, go over to our shelf where we keep all of the book bundles, and pick up a bundle and you're good to go. We've got 1st grade bundles, I've got 3rd grade bundles, we have kindergarten, let's say kindergarten 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And if there's something that you don't see on the shelf, feel free to come up and ask us, and we're happy to help you look up AR books. Now let me tell you about a really cool series that we've got going on. It's the Playhouse Theatrical Series. This past Monday we had our very first performance. It was The Miraculous Journey by Edward Tulane, which is based on a book by Kate DiCamillo. It was one of the best performances I've ever seen. Super sweet, super charming, a little bit sad, but full of so much love. Our next performance will be October 6th. It's Alice in Wonderland. It's by the Lexington Children's Theatre. So come October 6th, you can see me, you can see Alice in Wonderland performed by the Lexington Children's Theatre. But let me tell you one other thing. We have started a new program called Homeschool Happenings. Our very first program was yesterday. We had 58 people, and I was so excited that we had that many friends come. We got a little bit messy, but it was so much fun. We made Oobleck and talked about non-Newtonian fluids and Oobleck, and it was super cool. But in case you missed that, follow me. Let's go in here. I want to show you exactly what Oobleck is, because it's made out of materials that you have at home, probably in your cabinet right now. Let's go. So here we are in the community room where I like to come make really big messes. Now your moms will appreciate this because the mess won't be at your house, the mess will be here at the library, and I am more than happy to clean it up. But let me tell you this, and store this away in your memory. Before you ever do any kind of science experiment or do anything like I'm going to show you, make sure that you have a parent with you to help assist. That way your house is not overtaken by some scientific experiment, because I assure you, Mom and Dad would really not appreciate that. So the two things that we're going to use to make Oobleck, and Oobleck, by the way, the name comes from a Dr. Seuss book, Bartholomew and the Oobleck, where Oobleck falls from the sky. So let me show you what the ingredients are. It's cornstarch that you probably already have at home, and water. That's all it is. It's just these two things. So there are no exact measurements on Oobleck. Some things will tell you to use a cup. What I think is best is just to dump it in and go. So I'm going to dump some cornstarch in. Cornstarch is a really neat, soft, very fine powder that is used for cooking. So I put some cornstarch in my bowl, and then I'm going to pour some water in. Don't be afraid to get messy with this one, because it's going to happen. Now let me tell you that cornstarch does not dissolve in the water like sugar would or like salt does. Cornstarch does not dissolve. That's what makes Oobleck so cool. So I'm going to get my hands in here. I'm going to start mixing it up. Now, do you think Oobleck would be a liquid or a solid? Because it actually takes on both of those properties. Now that I've gotten my hand really super dirty, I realize I need more cornstarch. So I'm going to clean it off in my bowl. Hold on just a second. I need some more cornstarch. I got really excited when I poured the water. So let's put some more cornstarch in here. Get my hands back in. All right, it's already coming together. Now we have a lot of books on different science experiments that you can do at home. Backyard science, kitchen science, Mythbuster science, all types of cool things that you can do at home with simple ingredients that you probably already have in your cabinet. So let me get this mixed together. The cool thing about Oobleck is that the more pressure or the more force you put on it, the harder it becomes, and it becomes more like a solid. But if you let it sit still and you barely move it, it's more like a liquid. That's what's really neat about Oobleck. Let me stir this up a little bit better. In just a second, I want you guys to come closer so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, how it can be a solid and a liquid at the same time. But now the Homeschool Happening program will happen every month, so make sure you keep an eye on the calendar to see what we're going to be doing. Each month we have something different going on. It might be a science experiment, it might be a mystery that we're going to solve. Who knows? It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys, I think I've got it mixed up to the right consistency, so come closer. I have to show you what this is capable of doing. So let me show you some of the cool things that Oobleck does. And did you know that if you fill a swimming pool with Oobleck, you can actually run on it? So let's see, if I can turn the bowl this way and kind of hit the Oobleck, my hands do not sink in. But if I lay my hand gently on it, my hand will sink through. And let me show you this cool thing. You can pick Oobleck up, squeeze it like before, like I was saying, to add a lot of force, and it crumbles as you squeeze it. But if you hold it still, it turns into ooze. It's really, really cool. This is super sticky, so don't be afraid to get messy when you are playing with Oobleck. That's part of the fun. So let's see, let's watch it crumble again as I apply the pressure. Let's watch it crumble, and then as I hold it still, it turns into a liquid. So it's both a liquid and a solid at the same time. Really neat. But I wonder what would happen if I apply more force. Now, I am very strong, and as I crumble it, I'm using my super strength to crumble it. But what if I had something stronger than me? Let's go find out what happens. All right, kids, now let's see what happens when I apply more force. Do not, under any circumstance, try this at home. Always have an adult with you before you do something, and make sure that you are protected. See, I've got my goggles on, so my eyes are protected from what I'm about to do. Remember, keep this in mind. Do not try this at home. So we saw what happened with the Oobleck when I used my super strength and crumbled it. But let's put some on this table and see what happens when I apply a lot of force. Are you ready? Let's see what the force is. Ha ha ha. Let's see what happens when I hit the Oobleck with a lot of force with this hammer. See what happens. You guys need to come closer. Let's get this in slow motion. It's really, really neat. Well, guys, I think I've made a big enough mess for one morning, but before I go, let me remind you of our Homeschool Happening programs. If you want to make some really cool stuff like this Oobleck, it happens every month. So check out our website, or you can call me and get more information. I'd be happy to see you at the Homeschool Happening programs. Don't forget our AR book bundles. If you need to get some accelerated reader points at school, stop by the library, pick up a book bundle, and you're good to go. And keep in mind, the Theatrical Series, the Playhouse Theatrical Series, generously sponsored by our friends at Cumberland Valley National Bank. The next performance will be October 6th. It is Alice in Wonderland. Really excited about it. But guys, right now, I have got to go clean up this mess. So, see you later.
Yeah.
Leah Report. Sue's book, Bartholomew and it. Oh. I think I'm fogging up.
Okay.
I'm not really. I'm sweating though. That was weird.